My name is Isabella. I'm the youngest daughter of Monica and Fabio Sementilli. I stand here to tell you about the wonderful home my parents made for me. I urge you all to reconsider the picture that was painted of our family dynamic. I had the best childhood thanks to my mom and my dad. I had the most supportive parents who created a safe and loving home. My father was a man that I respected, trusted, and leaned on for comfort. He was front row with my mom, laughing and clapping at all of my school plays. He always asked me about my life, my friends. He truly cared to know about his daughter. Despite traveling a lot, my father made an effort to be present when he was home. He really listened to me. He taught me how to stand up for myself while still being respectful, and told me from a young age that the only opinion about myself that matters is my own. When you go to judge somebody, look in the mirror because that's usually what you want to fix about yourself. I'm grateful to have learned that so young. I get my hard work ethic from my father. He would jokingly ask who would become the hairdresser in the family and continue his legacy. I didn't know at the time that I would be the one following in his footsteps, but I thank him for guiding me to find my passion and lifelong career. I will continue my father's legacy in the hair industry, filling some big shoes, but in my own way. To those who knew my father, you also know how funny he was. My tears would turn to laughter in seconds.
I just have to mention this, Michael, with victims advocates, if these girls didn't want to be in court and listen to the other family members, they didn't have to. It sounds like they did. She doesn't want the court to take all of that into account, but how traumatic to hear all of those negative words against their mother.
I mean, it's just trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. It's just awful. All right, we're going to take a break here, folks, but before we do, an update from Dedham, Massachusetts, where Special Prosecutor Hank Brennan has broken his silence on Karen Read's not guilty verdict. Court TV was the first to obtain his statement that reads in part,
I am disappointed in the verdict and the fact that we could not achieve justice for John O'Keefe and his family. District Attorney Michael Morrissey appointed me, giving me full discretion to independently assess the case and follow the evidence no matter where it led. After an independent and thorough review of all of the evidence, I concluded that the evidence led to one person and only one person. Neither the closed federal investigation nor my independent review led me to identify any other possible suspect or person responsible for the death of John O'Keefe.
Karen Read still faces one more legal battle, of course, this one in civil court. The O'Keefe's family, seen here arriving at court during the trial, has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Karen Read. We're going to keep you posted as we move closer to her civil trial.
We need to take that break now. When we come back, we will get you back inside the courtroom where the younger daughter of Monica and Fabio Sementilli continues her victim impact statement.
Also, the government is wrapping up its case in the sex trafficking trial for Sean Diddy Combs. We'll have an update on the latest testimony when Court TV Live returns.
Brutal murders of 4 University of Idaho students.
Oh my God, this doesn't happen here.
Detectives arrested 28-year-old Brian Kohlberger.
You could tell there was some off about him.
He was stalking them. He was hunting them.
Forget about motive. We don't even have a connection.
This trial will be on Court TV.
And I pray that we have justice.
The Idaho College Student Murders Trial. Live coverage begins this August, only on Court TV.
We shop.
You see the person in that picture?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you know who that is?
That's the victim, sir.
You know his name?
Fabio Sementilli.
Did you kill him?
I was a part of that, yes.
You stabbed him in the neck?
Yes, sir.
In order to kill him, along with Mr. Baker, correct?
Yes, sir. He said that his girlfriend didn't want him around anymore. And so he asked me to do it with him. And I went.
That was co-defendant Christopher Austin testifying against Monica Sementilli in the celebrity stylist murder trial. He received a lesser sentence in exchange for his testimony.
A sentencing hearing is underway for Sementilli. Let's get you back inside the courtroom where Fabio and Monica's younger daughter, Isabella, is addressing the court.
My sister and brother that we had the best father. Not many people got to know my father when he was home with his family. Once the suit and tie came off, that was the real Fabio I knew. And I feel lucky for that. My mother was the best. She did everything for me. She gave up her career, left her family, all to support my dad and give us a good life. She encouraged me to try new things, drove me to and from school, friends' houses, rehearsals, helped me with homework, all with a smile on her face. She built up my self-esteem after a heartbreak. She let me wear her dresses to school dances. She was reliable, and I trusted her with anything. She cooked dinner from scratch almost every night and really emphasized the importance of sitting at dinner together every night as a family. She hosted dinners for my father's colleagues at our home often, even some of them sitting at our table for holidays. She is my biggest cheerleader and one of the most selfless women I know. Non-judgmental, there to listen and to support me. Her family was her life, and I'm grateful for that every day. Many people think because I stand by my mother that I don't miss my father. Let me say right now to those watching, that is false. I think about my dad every single day, wondering what he would be saying or what his advice would be. My dad was the biggest loss of my life, and it pains me that he will never know this version of me. But I know for a fact he would be proud of me speaking today, honoring our family in a positive way. I often reminisce on the days when I would be inside in the middle of my piano lesson, and my parents would be outside in the backyard. We could hear my dad's laugh from across the entire house. Then I'd look outside and see them laughing together. They spent every night outside, talking, laughing, enjoying each other's company. They were best friends, and I didn't know how lucky I had it. My parents were the best wedding guests. They would take over the dance floor and dance all night long. That carried over to dancing at home while cooking dinner, where my sister and I would often join them. Those are the moments that I miss the most. Now, I hope you can understand why I stand by both of my parents. They were the greatest people I've ever known. I never got to grieve my father's death. I thought I could do that when this trial was over. However, that is not the case. I'm now grieving two parents. No father to walk me down the aisle or play outside with my future kids. No mother to go to for advice or comfort. Despite all of my heartbreak, tragedy, and loss, at only 25 years old, I somehow still have hope. I have hope justice will prevail over time. I have hope that I'll have a beautiful family one day and give them the childhood that I had. And I hope that I will heal from this nightmare of a situation. I'm hopeful because of my friends and family who have supported me genuinely the last 8 years. My grandparents, aunts, uncle, cousins who uprooted their whole lives, left their own families to come to California and help us. Thank you to my extended family for your continuous love and support. And thank you to the complete strangers who have reached out to me with support and kind words, showing me there are still kind and compassionate people out there who believe in me and my mother. I'm not sure why this happened to my family, but this does not and will not define me. This has made me work hard at building a beautiful life that I deserve, which is what my parents would have wanted. To my mom and dad, I love you, I miss you, and I will forever remember you dancing in the kitchen. Thank you.